Good morning, everyone. Am I being audible to you people?
Yes, teacher.
So, did you revise yesterday's portion, what we discussed and all? Still, many are yet to join. The 5 minutes has been past the regular time. So, shall we start with today's session? So, last day, what we were discussing about was the introduction to the management, the concepts we discussed, also the functions, the levels of management. All these were the topics we had discussed yesterday. So moving on further, today what we'll be discussing is about the managerial roles. Still many are yet to join. So as far as the managerial roles which we had discussed, uh, Minsberg was the person who had given the managerial roles. According to him, what we discussed was that there are three main important roles, that is interpersonal, informational, and decisional roles, isn't it? Don't you people remember what we had discussed?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so now tell me about what are the interpersonal roles? Any one of you?
With interpersonal,
Yes,
it's concerned with interpersonal and social relationship.
of course. So what are the sub in it? What are the divisions in it?
Figurehead,
Hmm.
license,
Okay. Figurehead, liaison, and
then
hmm,
leader.
leader. Fine, right. So, who is the figurehead? Anyone else? Who is a figurehead? Pranav A is there.
Representation of the organization.
Okay, the person who represents the organization. That is the figurehead. What about the leader? Who's the leader?
He manages to do the things.
He will play the role as a leader.
Yeah.
Then what about the liaison?
He contact the person outside the organization to manage the program.
Of course, right. So, interpersonal roles are generally those roles which have interpersonal and social relationships. It signifies the interpersonal and social relationships of the manager. And under this, there are three different roles, that is, the figurehead, leader, and the liaison. Figurehead is a person who represents the uh, organization, the manager who represents the organization. Then, in the case of a leader, he is a person who takes the leadership role to get things done within the organization. And the liaison is a person who establishes the contact for managers with the persons outside the organization or outside the department. So, these are the interpersonal roles. Then, uh, Mintzberg had given the informational roles. What does informational role mean? What does the informational role mean?
Provide information.
Yes, provide information. It means that collecting information from different parts through various means and also passing on the information. So, what are the rules under the informational managerial rules?
Monitor and spokesperson.
Monitor, spokesperson, one more is there. Three are there.
Disseminator.
Disseminated. So, what is the role of the monitor?
Gathers information.
He is the person who gathers information, who collects information from various events and occurrences, and also from various environment. Now, what about the disseminator?
Passing this information to their subordinates and
Of course,
managing.
whatever the information that has been collected will be passed on to the subordinates and whichever department it is being required. They'll be transmitting the information. Then who is the spokesperson?
Who gives right information at the right time.
Yes, who will be delivering the specific information to the individuals and groups at right time. That's what the spokesperson. So
Yes.
hope that role is also clear to you. Then we have the decisional role. What does decisional role means? Other than Joel, who can reply?
Managers takes decision based on impact and input required.
Yes, he'll be taking, the managers will be taking decision based through the interpersonal and the information role. So whatever the information has been collected and passed on through the monitor and means interpersonal and informational rules, that decision means uh, the input decision will be made by the managers. That's what the decisional roles are. Then what are the main roles under this decisional roles?
Entrepreneur.
Who's an entrepreneur?
Uh, an entrepreneur is a um, starter to the business.
Yes, of course. So his Means the main decisions, the managerial decisions, the organization's innovations, changes necessary, then development, all will be taken by the entrepreneur. Then, what is the next role? Other than Joel, I want others to answer.
Disturbance
Disturbance
handler.
handler.
Yes, disturbance handler. Means what?
Negotiating with the locals to conduct the business.
No,
And
disturbance handler is not about negotiating. Disturbance handler is that whenever there is
Manager handling
disturbance,
disturbance.
handling disturbance in the community to set up
whenever
the
there is a chaos, whenever there is a problem, whenever there is some kinds of strikes and all, such situation will be handled by the disturbance handler. Then what is the role? Other role?
resource
Resource allocator.
Resource allocator. What does he play?
Allocation of resources.
Allocation of resources. What kinds of resources? Both the physical as well as the human resources. Then what is the last role?
negotiate
Negotiator.
Negotiate.
Negotiator. Who's a negotiator?
Protect the interest of department.
Okay. He protects the interests of the department. Then he negotiates a part of his role, which means that hold the wage negotiation as a union leader. Then he may address the problems of his subordinates and all. So that is the role of a negotiator is. So the Mintzberg manager role is clear to you, I guess.
yes miss
Then we discussed about the internal and the external environment, isn't it?
Yes.
yes miss
So what is an internal environment?
Internal means everything inside an organization.
Of course, whatever there is inside or present inside the organization is known as the internal environment. What all decision will be taken in this internal environment?
market strategies
Marketing strategies will come under external environment. Internal environment, generally the organization of the firm, means about its structure, culture, controls, incentives. Or this is what the organization of the firm is about. So, organization of the firm and resources of the firm means the human resources, the tangible resources, intangible resources. All this will be present inside the firm. So these are the internal environment. So decisions or management relating to all this will be taken in the internal level. So this is what the internal environment is about. Then what about the external environment?
it's everything outside the firm.
Everything outside the firm. Mm, Renish is there. Renish is there. So what are the two types of external environment?
Macro and micro.
Yeah, macro and micro. So what are the macro factors?
Economic environment, political environment.
Of course. The technology, economic, political will come under the macro environment. Then what are the micro environment?
Suppliers, customers.
Of course, the suppliers, customers, then the financials, all
Competitors.
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 Yeah, all these will come under the micro environment. So micro environment is an environment which is very close to the organization and it is particularly related to that firm only. But in the case of macro environment, it is much more larger and it will be affecting the whole industry. Two types of external environments are. Then we had a discussion about the features of the organization. What are the features of the organization in new era? And what are those?
Clearly defined structure.
Yes, clearly defined structure. What does
Customer.
that mean?
Okay.
What does clearly defined structure mean?
So from the top to bottom, it is well defined.
Yes, top to bottom, it is well defined. There is a system, there is a structure,
Yep.
there is an order in the organization. That's what clearly defined structure means. Then, then what is a feature?
It is customer oriented.
Yes, what does customer oriented mean?
Means user friendly.
Yeah,
Uh,
they will consider customers as the king, consumers as the king, and they will be manufacturing and servicing goods for or according to their needs. That's what customer oriented is about. Then what is the feature?
better employee participation.
Yes, better employee participation. Other than Joel, I want everyone to take part in this discussion. Only he seems responding to this. Then what does better employee participation means? Vaishak? Vaishak can unmute and talk. What does better employee participation means? Yadul Harish can speak.
Yeah. Hello.
So,
Hello.
yes, yes, speak. What
Okay.
does better employee participation means?
Uh, that I don't know, but can
Mm.
say it's management refers to better leadership quality and
Okay.
um, makes up it makes it develops the person um, who are working in the almost top level of the management.
Okay, fine. Then what is the other feature?
It's um,
Science and technology.
Okay, use of science and technology. Now, anyone else can explain that?
Technical skills are used for the growth and development. Technological advantage.
Okay, fine. What are the other feature?
Adapts to opportunities and changes.
Adapting to opportunities and changes. What does that mean?
It has to change to the condition of the environment.
Evolve according to the condition of the environment.
Okay, fine. Then, apart from that, what are the others? The cultural differences there. What does that mean?
Better collaboration between
Better collaboration. How?
between departments.
Okay, fine. Better collaboration between departments. So these are the features of organization in new era. Then what we discussed about was some of the perspectives, isn't it? The global, the innovative, and the uh, entrepreneurial perspective. So what can you say about the global perspective?
Multinational companies, they have to manage according to the needs and cultural aspects of each countries.
Yes, right, absolutely right. Then what about the innovative perspective?
Technological startups,
Then it considers initiative, creative ideas, then
yes,
also risk
yes,
taking.
skill oriented.
Yes, skill oriented. Then what about the entrepreneurial perspective?
Recruit labor from the world.
Recruit labor from worldwide.
Okay, then also the managerial responsibilities. So these are the perspectives in the terms of global innovation and entrepreneur. So that also went good. Hope it is clear to you. Then what we discussed was about the managing for competitive advantage. What does that mean?
Favorable position of an organization seek in order to be more profitable.
Yes, when you compare
Manage
with the other
profit.
organization, your firm is in the better position. That's what the or a favorable position. That's what the competitive advantage is. So, in order to be in the competitive advantage, what are the five important success drivers or the features?
Cost competitors.
Yes, cost competitiveness. What does that mean?
Keeping the price low by realizing the profit.
Of course. Then what is the other success driver?
Quality.
Quality. Quality in the sense.
Excellence of product including
Mm,
attractiveness.
mm.
Aesthetics and ergonomics.
Okay, fine. Then after that,
Speed.
Innovation,
okay, speed and innovation. Speed in the sense,
Fast and timely
faster
execution of response.
production,
yes, fast production and timely available of goods in the market. Then what about the innovation?
building
Improving new
innovative products,
ideas.
Yes,
moving to
creation of new devices, improving of devices, creativity. That's what innovation is about. One more point is there in that. What is it?
Differentiation advantage.
Yes, differentiation advantage. What does that mean?
It refers that the business provides better products and
Okay,
services.
it has a unique means the company is offering or the organization offering unique products and services. Uniqueness is about differentiation advantage. So hope that is also clear to you people. Then at last we had the challenges of management. What are the different challenges to management?
Globalization, social
Okay,
expectations, ethical
globalization.
behavior,
What does globalization mean?
Technologies.
Then
So,
MNCs,
yes, MNCs, the presence of the many organizations in the different
MNCs
parts of
in
the world. Yeah,
every
and also the many companies are also taking part in our organization, and also it involves that the inflow and the outflow of human resources and goods and services. So that's what globalization is about. Then the other challenge,
ethics, ethical behavior.
yes, ethical behavior. So what does that mean? How does that become a challenge to management?
Managers should be ethical in a way that society is uh, asking to them.
The thing is that different people will be having different ethics, different groups will be having different ethics, isn't it? So to form an ethic for an organization, to form different or a code of ethics for an organization, it is a challenge to them, because the thing is that each individual will be different, each group will be different. So according to them, according to their taste, to select what is best or to form what ethical code should be there. That is quite a big challenge to the organization. Then, what else?
The workplace diversity.
Workplace diversity.
Of course, workplace diversity. What does that mean?
It's a differentiation between age, gender in the workplaces, etc. Like that.
Fine,
Uh, like that.
right. Then, what else?
Uh,
Change in
Change
technology.
in technology. How does change in technology become a challenge?
Managers
According
need
to
to
the changes
update.
in
day
technology,
by day, the
innovative products
technologies are
should have been
developing
designed.
much better than now. So
Yes, to make time to time transformation is not an easy task. The thing is that what is new in the market, what have to be disposed. So, and also whenever there is a sudden change in technology to get the required personnel, the skilled personnel, it also becomes difficult. So that is a challenge to management. Then what else?
Expectation from the society.
Social expectations.
Social expectation. How that is a challenge?
Uh, Society may expect certain uh, cultural uh, aspects and mm, yeah, then
Yeah, the society will be having some expectation from the society. For example, in the form of some charity, some in the form of some
yes,
voluntary works and all. So to work according to it, to meet the expectation, it's not an easy task. That is also a challenge to manage. Apart from this, lack of skills, that is also a challenge to management, isn't it?
Yes.
yes.
How?
Poor managerial skills can often affect the profit and the uh, efficiency of the group or the company.
That is there. That is one perspective. In the other way, it can we can say that it becomes harder to find talented and experienced people, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
That is also that becomes a challenge to management in the terms of lack of skills. So these are the few challenges to management.
yes.
So here we conclude the first module. So hope the first module has been clear to you. Anyone who's having any doubts, please do ask right now itself. There are few who did not respond at all. Are you all fine, or are you all understanding what has been taught? At least in the message
Yes.
box, can you people put some comments? If any doubts, you can ask through the message box. So hope the first module is clear to everyone. So do go through. Hope most of the people had joined the classroom. Did anyone go through those notes?
Yes, teacher.
Is it understandable? Are you people able to understand what is there in it? Hope it is simpler.
Yes.
Okay. And also those materials who could not join the classroom, I will send it through that your class group.
Okay.
Okay, miss.
Okay. Then yeah. So here we conclude the first module. So we had a revision of the module as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now I hope it is not too quite fast for you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this is a simpler chapter. Once we complete it, we will be having assignments. Soon the assignments will be given to you people.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. After this, whose you have?